What do you got?
Breaking news. Dennis Prager of prageru has coronavirus.
Oh, gosh. I'm so sorry to hear that. That is, wow. I am sure it is not going to be an issue at all for him.
Well, don't worry. It's not a big issue for him by his own admission because he was trying to get COVID.
Oh, well, let's hear.
Let's hear what he has to say about it, right?
He's trying to get COVID.
Okay, everybody, all good. I'm broadcasting from my home because I'm not going into the station as I have COVID. I was tested positive last week, and I have been steadily improving.
Oof,
At no point was I in danger of hospitalization. I have received monoclonal antibodies.
Oh,
great.
That's Regeneron. I have, of course, for years, a year and a half, not years, been taking hydroxychloroquine from the beginning with zinc.
Not prophylactic.
I've taken Z-Pak, the erythromycin,
he's been positive.
as the Zelenko protocol would have.
He's been taking a Z-Pak
Yeah.
prophylactically for a year.
Well,
He might have just meant the hydroxy.
he's been taking hydroxychloroquine prophylactically.
Okay, because I can't wait for the super bugs that we're developing with all these people taking Z-Pak. COVID's not the only thing, incidentally, that creates variants and mutates. There was not too long ago, we were very, very concerned about the overprescription of antibiotics in this country. All right, but let's continue on to listen to Dennis Prager, who
He should be overjoyed. He's got COVID. That's what he wanted all along, to have the natural immunity. So, I don't know why he's choking as he speaks instead of doing a little dance.
Well, you know what would have been more effective was to see him in the midst of it, like when he was not doing so well before the
monoclonal antibodies.
That would have been far more. That would have been a real school, and it could have taken us to COVID-U, as it were. But let's continue to play.
Yeah.
A year and a half, not years, been taking hydroxychloroquine from the beginning with zinc. I've taken Z-Pak, the erythromycin, as the Zelenko protocol would have it. I have taken ivermectin. I have done what a person should do.
Everybody has access.
If one is not going to get vaccinated. It is infinitely preferable to have natural immunity than vaccine immunity.
There's absolutely no data to support that.
And that is what I hoped for the entire time. Hence, I so engaged with strangers, constantly hugging them, taking photos with them, knowing that I was making myself very susceptible to getting COVID,
Can you pause it
which
for a
is
second?
indeed as bizarre.
I just love the idea of Dennis Prager running around like a crowded mall or
He's
like a
Barney the
supermarket,
dinosaur.
Breathe in my mouth. Breathe in my mouth. I've been hugging on purpose. Dude, I don't even know you.
Right.
He goes to Applebee's.
Yeah.
I'm sure all the multiple people that he hugged in any given day were really excited to be part of his I want to get COVID experiment.
And if he already contracted it, but he's still
That's what I'm saying.
conducting the
That's what I'm
experiment,
saying.
yeah.
You're going out and you're hugging 12, 15 people a day, and you're licking sidewalks and stuff like that in an attempt to get COVID or whatever it is. You don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe you can get it from surfaces. And am I at an ice cream store? Let me lick that, the door handle, so that, and then you're the next person he hugs. I don't know. I sort of feel like I would want full disclosure. You're doing an experiment where you're trying to get COVID. All right.
Well, you should be familiar with the phrase informed consent at this point.
Exactly.
So maybe you should get my consent to be part of this experiment.
Let's hear it
He really
more.
should have done more of the Christmas story, licking of lampposts or whatever, because he put other people at risk here. But I digress.
entire time. Hence, I so engaged with strangers, constantly hugging them, taking photos with them.
Constantly.
Knowing that I was making myself very susceptible to getting COVID, which is indeed, as bizarre as it sounded, what
So
I
great.
wanted, in the hope that I would achieve natural immunity and be taken care of by therapeutics. That is exactly what has happened.
Pause it for 1
It should
second.
have.
Why would you want immunity from something that you want to get?
No, because
explain
he's
this to me.
saying natural immunity. Now he's like clear forever, which
But
is not
what-
true.
Not true.
But first of all, yeah, that's not true. But that doesn't make any sense. If you're not afraid of catching it, why would you be desperately looking for immunity from it? Like, in other words, who cares?
Yeah, who cares
Yeah.
if you're
Right? Like, this is the argument. Is like, his argument is like, COVID is not that big of a deal. But I was desperately trying to get natural immunity from the thing that I was trying to desperately get.
Which is why I got a monoclonal antibody infusion, which costs thousands of dollars. So you viewers, you're definitely in the same position as me.
I mean, the reason why kids go out to chickenpox parties is because if you get the chickenpox when you're older, it's more dangerous. But according to Prager, like this is a nothing burger. So why are you desperate to get natural immunity from something that you're not afraid of getting in the first place?
I'd love to know if this broadcast was live or pre-recorded. I guess it's pre-recorded. Because I don't think he would have taken the risk to have like some sort of coughing fit on air live.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would have been nice if he broadcast and was like, I'm doing fine, and he just kept getting progressively worse, but he instead waited until he was on the upswing.
Exactly. Yeah. I just want to make sure that this isn't going to go south for me and I'm not going to be embarrassed.
I want to wait till I make sure I avoid the hospital.
Continue.
In the hope that I would achieve natural immunity and be taken care of by therapeutics. That is exactly what has happened. It should have happened to the great majority of Americans. The number of deaths in this country owing to COVID is a scandal, which one day will be clear to Americans.
Remember when Donald Trump sat on the White House lawn and was like, everyone is going to get the treatment that I got. Everyone will get it. Everyone. And yeah, no.
Nope, not so much. But Prager gets it. But because he can afford it, you guys might not be able to.
Do you?
His viewers.
So let me be clear on the hydroxychloroquine. You need to, if you get COVID, you need to take it for a year and a half before you get COVID for it to help your COVID. Is that the way it works?
Yeah, I'm not sure that's therapeutics.
He was taking it prophylactically, and apparently it didn't work.
Right. So then he has to take the therapeutics.
But it did make it possible for him to survive by taking monoclonal antibodies.
Yeah, and then his implication that we should have just done the herd immunity thing is, I mean, classic right wing, just completely devoid of any sort of knowledge of the world. For instance, South Korea escaped fewer COVID deaths than all but 9 states in this country, 10 if you include District of Columbia. So most states in America have more COVID deaths than South Korea.
Right.
And did he like source what happened when Sweden tried the herd immunity push? Because it didn't go great there.
Well, speedy recovery to Dennis Prager, and good luck to all those people he hugged in the interim where he didn't realize he had COVID.
And good luck to his plumber, because there's a lot of stuff going in and out of Dennis Prager's body at this point. Z-Pack, did he say ivermectin? No.
Oh, yeah, he was taking the
Oh, yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Well, good luck to any hospitals in the area.
Right.
It's a weird thing at the beginning.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right. I'm fine. I'm doing much better now. So glad I got this.